Oh, why hello there, Internet. I didn't see you there. My name is Props, and I have returned with a YouTube video. Do you like the way my voice glides across your eardrums? Oh, yes, you do. I'm sorry for that intro. I think I might be having some sort of midlife crisis. I'm 17. Do you like the way I've organised everything? The trophy is well in view now, so that equals a never-ending semi. I've also put a little sign above the door. You can't fucking see. I've also put a sign above the door, as you can see. And I've labelled Jeff now.
Subscribe and like if you want.
See, it says like a funny meme on it. And it's like, it's really funny, I think. Why aren't you laughing then? Why aren't you laughing? I need to get like more spot cream on, Jesus. Anyways, today, your boy Props, or Jack, or Big Arms, whatever you want to call me, right, has come to save your YouTube career. Today, I will be giving an epic guide to genuine criticisms and mob insults, and what you should do when you've done something stupid. As a large YouTube creator myself, I've had to handle a large amount of criticism over the years. Considering my account was created in 2012, you can tell I have a lot of experience and knowledge. And considering my scruffy is all hell here, you can tell I get a lot of criticism. In this guide, actually no, let me rephrase that. In this epic guide, I will give you 3 different methods in which you can employ to completely remove all genuine criticism and make yourself feel good in the heart, in that stone cold heart of yours. The first method will be fairly ineffective, and you should only really use it if you're a complete moron. The second method is a little better, but the third method is the most manipulative, the most deceptive, the most scummy, but the most effective method in rendering all criticisms to dust. It's a good analogy, actually. I'm pretty proud of myself. Let's get started.
My name is Jeff.
Now, let's picture the scene. Your channel name is the Diamond Redstone Emerald King 69420. You are a big YouTuber. You've just hit 10 million subscribers and have recently received the Diamond Play button. But, and this is the most important but, you are a Minecraft YouTuber.
Now ahead to the train station. Let's wait for the magnificent train to come past. Here it is. By train.
You may be asking yourself, what does a Minecraft YouTube have to do with it? Except for you being autistic. Well, that brings us to our first method. Method 1. The indirect apology. Now, being a Minecraft YouTuber comes with one big difference compared to all other YouTuber genres. The fan base. Your fan base will most likely be made out of 8 to 12-year-olds, which is fantastic for you, because you've just been outed as a paedophile. Well done. Well done. You touched up little Jimmy on the slides, and his mother rang into Drama Alert to complain, because Keemstar is more important to tell than, you know, the police. Every commentary channel on YouTube is making a video about you, and you are in a bit of a sour position. Panicking for your YouTube fame, you need to make a video that addresses the situation and clears everything up. In this apology video, you have many different possible ways of traversing the situation. But the most popular, and the one that is the most widely used, is pandering and completely indirectly apologizing, just so you can trick your fan base into thinking you're sorry. There are a lot of well-known YouTubers who go down this path, one of which being Mr. Jake Paul himself. Put him in the tags, damn right. In his apology video, where he apologised for conceiving the worst music video to ever grace YouTube ever, and most likely ever will, unless he makes another one. Oh wait, Litmus. Forgot about Litmus. Okay, second. Jake completely danced around the point and refused to directly apologise for what he did wrong. And by that I mean, he never ever says, "I'm sorry" in the video. He literally just says, "I thought you would all take it as a joke." You know, that's what indirect apologies are. Unfortunately, this method is completely ineffective if one member of your fan base has more than 4 brain cells. But if you're a Minecraft YouTuber, or if you're Jake Paul, might as well give it a go, because chances are your fan base have half a brain cell. If that, let's be fair. Anyway, forget it, okay? Forget that one, just remove it from your memory, alright? Remove it from your memory. What am I doing? Why am I so cringy? Because the next method is a much bigger upgrade to that previous one, which looks like complete and utter... Let's just get on with the point, I don't care. Method 2. Everyone is a hater. To explain this method, I'm going to use MatPat, or Game Theory, as an example. You know, the guy who always goes, but that's just a theory. A game theory! Now, since I kinda like the guy and he makes pretty good content, I'm not gonna go too hard on him. But, since he did employ this second method quite a bit, he's a pretty good example to use to explain my point. But first, we have one more YouTuber we need to meet. The Gamer from Mars. Despite what his name suggests, he doesn't actually do gaming, or anymore, I don't think. Instead, he is most known for his series, What Happened to X, and the X replaces for a popular YouTuber. And surprise, surprise, this guy made a What Happened to X video on MatPat from Game Theory. Within the video, he addressed some genuine and, more importantly, fair criticisms of his content and how over time it had reduced and degraded in quality. The purpose of it, and the reason why the Gamer from Mars made the video, was because he wanted to show MatPat these criticisms so that he could improve and fix them to make his videos better. He even starts the video off by saying this.
Looking at the script right now, I realize a lot of people are going to say that this is a very cynical video and a very cynical view of this entire situation. And yes, that may be true. But I just want to make it very clear right now that I think MatPat is a very smart individual who is very good at what he does.
Now, whether that is a very early anti-insult or not is kind of irrelevant, because we're not looking at the Gamer from Mars' video, we're looking at MatPat's response, which is where he employs the second method. I'll leave a link to the Gamer from Mars' video down in the description if you're interested. You can see for yourself that he only addresses genuine criticism and he's quite nice in the video. He doesn't in any way just directly hate at him. Now, in MatPat's response, where he literally dedicated a whole live stream to him, by the way, he decided to use this second method, where you take every piece of criticism that is ever made against you and label it as haters just being haters.
He then refers to me as a hater for some reason.
Then all the rest of the videos we're gonna watch today are me and you guys.
All right, you know, reacting to haters is a thing that a lot of channels do.
It's fun, right?
And,
yeah!
Well, yeah, we'll see.
In my video, I praise you for being intelligent and good at your job and noticing changes on YouTube. I then go on to say some changes I've noticed on your channel and what I think caused them. I never even said these changes were bad, simply that I noticed they happened.
By following this method of handling criticisms, you can deceive pretty much all of your fan base into believing that all of the fair criticism made against you is just hate, and that this person is just a terrible person for doing it. That way, that person's channel will get flooded with dislikes, they'll feel terrible, and yeah, you win. Congratulations. Feel proud of yourself? Bet you do. You may have seen that the time of day has just changed. No, it hasn't. It's solar eclipse. This is a pretty well-known and widely used method of handling criticisms, but if your wrongdoings is extremely serious, then I apologise, this method ain't doing it for you. I can't say that word. That's gonna get me demonetized. If that's your case, then you should probably consider this last method. This method has been used by the legend that is FouseyTube. The legend that is Jake Paul. You might notice me say his name quite a lot. There's quite a trend with him and wrongdoings. And Logan Paul. If my video doesn't get taken down, then that would be a miracle, to be honest. Method 3. The worst kind of damage control. Let's just say you've made a colossal mistake. Like, let's just think of one off the top of my head, like, I don't know, like... found a dead body inside a suicide forest and decided to laugh at it. Just made that one up, to be honest. So you are being absolutely destroyed in the comment section. Every video you upload is being dislike bombed, and your entire career is skating on thin ice. You need some sort of damage control. And if you don't mind being an incredibly scummy human being who is known as an absolute piece of garbage to everyone who has more IQ than just 10, more IQ than just 10, that's a sentence. And I have a suggestion for you. The plan is to upload a video that is so incredibly sensitive that hating on it will be considered as something disgusting. And criticizing it is pretty much impossible. In FouseyTube's case, when he was being targeted by like multiple YouTubers for being just a complete scumbag and like screwing over like how many different YouTubers, like 10, he decided to exploit a cancer patient so that people would no longer criticize him and see him as a good person, you know, to completely hide the absolute waste of oxygen that he is inside. In Jake Paul's case, when he was facing pretty much the same issue, he also made a video with someone who had cancer and then decided to include this person in the diss track to show how much of a good person. Like, saying that out loud is disgusting. And finally, in Logan Paul's recent case, he decided to create an entire documentary, which, let's be honest, he didn't edit himself, about suicide and talking to people who survived suicide and talking to people who know a lot about suicide. As you can see, these videos cannot be criticised at all because they are doing good things and criticising it would be insensitive. But in actuality, these YouTubers don't care about these videos to that much of an extent. They are just using this to damage control, okay? They are just using this so people will stop criticising them, and they're doing it as a PR stunt. If they did actually care, they would have done this long, long ago, well, before everyone started hating on them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is method number 3. If you ever find yourself facing an onslaught of criticisms that are pretty genuine and comments that are pretty fair, just make an incredibly manipulative video where you use, keyword use, people going through genuine life-threatening situations, and then boom, there's your problem sorted. All criticism is gone and everyone loves you. Congratulations. Alright, so putting all of the sarcastic method stuff behind us now, I just want to make something crystal clear to the internet, okay, to everyone watching this. Hating and criticising are not the same thing. Put that in your head, because it's important. Let's start with the definition of hating. Hating is when someone hates on you, hence the word. Sometimes this can be for a genuine reason, other times this can be for just pure jealousy. And so what they'll do is they'll comment something like, kill yourself, or your mum gay, or just something along those lines. You know, just something completely childish. Although your mum gay is a pretty good insult. Criticising is when someone dislikes something you have made or have done and decides to give you a concise explanation as to why. No insults and just keeping things fair in the process. An example of criticising could come from the songs that I made recently. I was told the beats were pretty good, but that my singing was just complete and utter garbage. I didn't take offence to this, because I knew it wasn't hating, I knew it was just genuine criticism. It's a fair point to say my singing was garbage, because it's true. And now that multiple people have told me this, I know that I can improve by not singing next time, and by either using samples of other people singing, or just remixing stuff, and just using that kind of stuff, because I was told the beat was pretty good on both songs. So if that's the case, then I can just use that instead of going down the singing route, because I clearly can't sing. Crawling in my skin, these wounds, people need to understand that, because criticisms can genuinely improve what you want to do, alright? How many times I was criticised for my old videos and how much I took offence to it because I thought hating and criticism were the same thing. I thought people were just saying it to piss me off. But it turns out that's not the case. Because of all those criticisms I got back then, I know exactly what I did wrong and how I can improve, and I felt like that's worked, because over the past 3 years since I returned from doing multiplus gaming, we don't talk about that, I've received a lot of criticism on how, oh yeah, this video wasn't that good because of this, and the editing wasn't too good on this, and you didn't seem confident, or you talked too quiet, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. I took all that on board and I used it to make my videos better, and I feel like my videos have improved since then. So you need to understand that criticism isn't exactly a bad thing. And going on that note, I know I've been slating Logan Paul quite a bit in this video, and in good reason in my opinion, since I still haven't forgiven him for the whole Suicide Forest thing, which was just scummy. But if he can take all this advice and this criticism that he's got from people and use that to just change his overall personality and just remember it in all the videos he makes from now on, then I may be open to giving him a second chance. An example of this one could be with Keemstar. A lot of people were criticising him in 2016 for things that he was doing and for the lies that he was giving, and he decided to completely change that and has decided to remove bias mostly from his videos. Like, he still has a bit of a way to go, but you have to admit that he's improved because he listened to criticisms and he understood the difference between criticism and hating. And with Logan Paul again, in this documentary, it did seem like there was some genuine improvement in there. I mean, it's mostly because of damage control, like I said, but there just seemed to be some genuine improvement in it, but as I said, we don't know if it's real yet. We just have to see if he carries on with it. If he just completely goes back to screaming in the streets and pissing people off in Japan and doing all kinds of stupid stuff, then honestly, he's not getting a second chance. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I've been gone for a while, I say it a lot. Can we shut up, please? If you are new around here, subscribe, okay? Please. Please. Alright, please. I'm being serious now. I need subscribers, okay? Till next time, bye. And don't forget to subscribe, okay?